G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. How are we all doing today? It is a fantastic day. Man, it's almost winter, and I'm telling you, we're getting days like it's spring. It makes no sense until the sun goes down. Then it really reminds you what time of year it is. It gets cold. But there is a topic today. You may have seen it all over YouTube, especially if you're more into the sports bikes, but I like bikes, all kinds of bikes, 2 wheels and an engine, usually tickles my fancy. So without further ado, g'day ladies and gents, my name's Nathan. I make videos about motorcycles. If you like my content, leave a like, comment and subscribe. The channel is growing. We're trying to hit that 10k by the end of the year, but I reckon we can do it a little bit earlier. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the much awaited, much beloved, much anticipated Yamaha R9 has finally dropped. Now, it hasn't dropped everywhere. I know we're still waiting for it over here in the down underland. I think it's going to come in the next month or two. But that's okay, as long as it gets here eventually. But videos of America and all that, and I think Europe as well, has finally got some of the stock in. And of course, I'm imagining Japan would as well. And look, it is shaping up to be a rather snazzy motorcycle, because of course it is. If you like the Yamaha MT-09, even if you don't like the Yamaha MT-09, it's already a proven motorcycle powerhouse. So if you don't think it is, you're just in denial and you're wrong. I'm sorry about that. It's just factual. It's a fantastic bike. And the engine, fantastic. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the triple note, but when I'm riding a bike with the triple exhaust, I don't mind it. It feels very WRC to me. That's just how I feel about it. But I was watching a video, I think it's called by the channel 2-Wheel Dyno Works, something along those lines. They did a little dyno test of the bike, as their channel name would suggest, believe it or not. And you know what? It's about exactly where I expected it to be. It's pushing about 102 horsepower at the wheel. I know it's like 117 at the crank, but after power adjustments, it makes a good amount of sense. You know, chains lose a bit of power and all that, so no matter what people say about what the bike is at the crank, it's never going to make that at the wheel, unless you do some absolute voodoo, but not with a chain, brother, not with a chain. So it's making about 102 horsepower at the wheel. They gave it a bit of a tune and made about 105, but the thing that makes a difference is obviously going to be when you do your exhaust, your intake and all that, so a tune really only changes so much. The stock power band of those R9s is a little inline 4-ish. It's more like, if that makes more sense, as opposed to triples are very much standard. A big, nice inline torque figure. They're very even, very stable, very smooth is the way I want to put it. Whereas a stock one, it sort of revs into the power, which is a little bit strange for a triple engine, I'll give you that. But Euro 5 emissions, baby, a good way to ruin everybody's favorite hobby. Remember, motor vehicles are the world's most beloved hobby in the world. That's right, the world's most loved hobby in the world. And of course, we're bending the knee to Europe and their forever attempts to ruin it for the rest of us. It's a damn shame. My entire life has just been watching the downfall of the almighty internal combustion engine, and I don't care what anyone says about emissions and all that. There are countries and things outputting far more problems into the atmosphere than vehicles. Nuclear tests, giant factories on a massive scale. I'm sorry, I don't think the motorcycles are going to be a problem. Even a big V8 isn't going to cause mass detriment, but that's just my 2 cents on the matter, alright? You don't have to agree, I don't care. It's my opinion. But getting back to the topic, the R9's pushing about 102 horsepower stock. It does look like the kind of bike you do, in fact, want to give a little flash on. A flash just makes it a little bit better, you know? And not for the worst, or the worse. It just makes it a little bit snazzier throughout the power band. And I think, honestly, it's exactly what that bike sort of needs, because it looks like it's just held back, like a lion in a cage, you know? It's just on a chain, it's not quite all there. And I know she has a little bit more to give. And when you put an exhaust on that, bam, you're probably hitting up in that R6 power territory. Now, everyone was complaining about the R9 not revving as high, going as fast as an R6, but realistically, it's making the same amount of power, okay, as an R6. I don't care what anybody says. It's a good number. On the street use, the R9 will be a tremendous bike compared to the R6. Everyone's loving it on the track. It already proved itself on the track in its first race where it won. And I know it's probably had a few more wins since. I don't really follow the racing too much, but I do know that in their first debut of the R9, it did spectacularly. So, R6 boys, eat your heart out. Will it replace the R6? No, nothing can ever really truly replace an R6 because the engines are different, okay? Just because the inline 3 is fantastic and it's pushing beautiful amounts of power and torque and probably feels a lot nicer as a street bike, the R6 is a race bike at heart, okay? Very, very different. Now, the R9's frame and all that will feel very racy. From what I'm hearing is everyone's loving what that bike can do, both on the road and on the track, as it has great power delivery throughout the gears. It has good torque throughout the gears. Yeah, I hear it doesn't rev out as much as people would like it to, because a lot of the time people hop on it, they really expect that inline-4 gear ratio and rev range. So they expect to go a little bit further, and you watch it with a lot of people's first rides on the R9, they a lot of the time hit that rev bang, rev limiter, because they're just expecting a little bit more. And honestly, I understand why they'd be thinking that, but guess what? Different engines have different properties and different characteristics. Doesn't make it better or worse. I like inline 2s, I like V-twins more, they're my favourite engine type. Inline 3s are a good blend of both, and inline 4s are all top end, baby, unless you get those CBR 1000s, Triple Rs, or the S1000s with their funky engine configs that give them a little bit more mid-range. And now, I know everyone goes, oh, they're all top end, but no. A CB400 compared to a CBR 250, you can feel the difference in torque. A CBR 600 or an R6, you can feel that mid-range increase. Is it stupidly fast? No, but you ride a leader bike, you're still going to feel a hell of a lot of torque in that mid-range, even though a lot of it is still at the top end. Okay, you're not going to feel any less oomph just because the engine's different. I know that you have a V-twin, it's going to slap you in the bloody stomach immediately as the moment you twist the throttle, but a big inline 4 is still going to feel fantastic no matter what. Just means that you're going to go further in the revs, and you're going to go a lot faster at that top end, and you'll feel it. But I like instantaneous torque, man. Don't get me wrong, I've ridden the R1s. I love how they feel. They are phenomenal, but I can't use all that power on the road, man. It doesn't mean it feels bad on the road, it just always feels like it's not giving everything. And it's not, you can't use everything. Whereas the R9, you can actually get into the rev range and shift while still at a legal speed, which is honestly unreal. What is this? What's everybody doing? Acceleration, please, please. There is speed limits for a reason, and it means you'll go the speed limit. It is that time for prayer, apparently, ladies and gents. But dude, I am beyond excited because I know I'm going to get the chance to ride an R9 when it finally makes its way over to the country. I've already been promised to go on the lovely lad who owns the Yamaha dealership's bike. He had bought one for himself. He sold the RC8. Unfortunately, I didn't get to make a video on it, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. It's mildly upsetting, but it's not the end of the world. It just means that I won't be able to show you guys how good it felt. Which is upsetting, but oh well. I am still happy I got the chance to give it a crack. I got to post a photo of it. That's about as much as you're going to get out of it. Some guy tried to ride it and hop on it. I'm like, brother. I said no. And he's like, please, can I have a seat? I'm like, no, you cannot have a seat on this bike. It's not mine. But the R9, the more I look at it, the more I actually enjoy its looks. I still don't really like the winglets. I don't think it needs the winglets. Not at that power. But it grows on you. It's not the most beautiful thing out there, but I still love Yamaha's motorcycles, dude. They are fantastically designed bikes. But the more and more I see it, the more and more I'm loving it, the more and more I'm enjoying it. And I'm thinking when it finally drops, ladies and gents, everybody here who has been talking smack about it is probably going to have tremendous smiles about the whole thing. And I just can't wait to start seeing it at motorcycle meets. I know Japan is struggling to keep up with the stock. That is how popular these bikes are. They literally said we cannot make them as fast as you want. There's a guy who squats here. He's a strange bloke. Just lives on the land. And I don't understand what it is with squatters, but they always live such messy lifestyles. Like, if I was squatting, I still wouldn't make a bloody pigsty everywhere. But not my life, brother. Not my decision. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear what you guys think about the new R9. Are you interested? Are you excited? I'm certainly most excited. It's coming soon to Australia. It's coming out probably in your areas already. But if you're excited, if you bought one, if you know someone who bought one, let me know down below. But otherwise, ladies and gents, this is all I have time for today. Do take it easy, keep it cheesy, ride safe, ride well, enjoy the weather if you get it, because I know a lot of my American viewers are going to be going into their warmer months now. And I'm jealous because I know it's warm right now, but it's only warm right now. It's not going to be warm for very long, I tells you what. It's going to be very cold very soon. And it's going to kill me, but I don't have any choices on it. But without further ado, ladies and gents, like I said, take it easy, keep it cheesy. You know I love you, but it's time to leave you, but have a good one. Peace. Bye!